You know how it goes. You search for a new pair of sneakers, and then boom! Suddenly, ads for those exact shoes are following you everywhere online. How on earth does that happen? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the massive, unbelievably fast machine that is digital advertising.
We're going to break this whole thing down in 5 parts. First, we'll look at how a single ad even gets to your screen. Then we'll dive into the data that powers it all. After that, we'll explore the wild auction that happens in milliseconds. Then we'll peek into the future to see where AI is taking the industry, and finally, we'll see how marketers are constantly trying to perfect their message.
All right, first up, let's get into the basic mechanics. How does an ad from some advertiser's computer end up on the website you're just trying to read? It's a question we've all asked, right? That creepy feeling of being listened to by the internet? Well, it isn't magic. It's actually a carefully engineered system, and it all starts with a simple conversation between websites and advertisers. So at its core, it really boils down to this 3-way conversation. When you, the user, visit a website, let's call them the publisher, their server sends a little ping over to an advertiser server. It's basically asking, hey, what ad should I show this person? The advertiser server then sends back the ad, and voila, it appears on your screen. Seems simple enough, but trust me, this is just the beginning. That simple transaction we just talked about, it gets a whole lot smarter when you add the secret ingredient, data, specifically your data. So how does the system learn about you in the first place? It all starts with something we've all heard of, a cookie. Just think of it like a digital ticket stub. Every time you visit a site, it can leave a tiny text file in your browser to remember who you are. That's what lets a shopping cart remember your items, or how a site keeps you logged in.
But here's the thing. Not all cookies are the same. You've got first-party cookies, which come from the site you're visiting directly. But then you have third-party cookies. These are placed by other domains, like advertisers, and these are the ones that can track your activity across many different websites, building a really detailed picture of what you're interested in.
So all those little cookie breadcrumbs, combined with other signals like your device ID or your general location, they all get bundled together. And what do they create? Your unique digital data profile. Now, this profile doesn't know your name is Jane or John Doe, but it sure knows you're, say, a 30-something in Chicago who loves hiking and might just be in the market for a new car.
And this data profile, it's the golden ticket to the most incredible part of the whole system, a massive, automated marketplace that buys and sells your attention in literally the blink of an eye.
Honestly, this is the best way to think about it. The split second you start to load a web page, a full-blown auction for the ad space on that page takes place. And it's all over before the page is even finished loading on your screen. It's wild. Okay, this chart might look a little complicated, but don't worry. It's really just a market with buyers and sellers. On one side, you have the advertisers, the buyers, who use tools called demand-side platforms, or DSPs, to bid on ad space. On the other side, you've got the publishers, the sellers, who use supply-side platforms, or SSPs, to offer up their ad space. And right there in the middle is the ad exchange, the marketplace where these two sides meet and make a deal. So here's how it all happens, in real time. 1. You visit a site, and your data profile gets sent to an ad exchange. 2. The bidding war begins. Hundreds of advertisers see your profile, and their computer systems decide if you're the kind of person they want to reach. 3. If you are, they place a bid. 4. The highest bid wins. And 5. The winning ad is instantly loaded onto your page. This entire process happens in about 200 milliseconds. I mean, that's just insane. And this right here, this is the magic moment, the match. It's the successful end of that lightning-fast auction where an advertiser who was looking for someone exactly like you won the right to show you their ad. But this entire system is already changing. The next massive shift is being driven by artificial intelligence, which is making ad targeting even more precise and, get this, is even starting to create the ads themselves.
Just think about this for a second. The projected ad spend in the creator economy alone is expected to hit $37 billion. And AI is a huge part of that growth, helping brands sift through thousands of creators to find that perfect match and then measure the impact of their campaigns at a scale that was never possible before. And the industry knows just how big this shift is. Organizations are already working to build the guardrails for this new AI-powered world. They're creating new frameworks to modernize how ads are measured, and most importantly, to make sure that the use of AI in advertising is transparent and responsible.
So, with all this mind-blowing technology, how do advertisers make sure their message actually works? Well, they don't just guess. They test, and they test constantly.
One of the most fundamental tools they use is A/B testing. It's actually really simple. You create two versions of an ad. Maybe version A has a blue button, and version B has a red one. You show version A to half of your audience, and version B to the other half. Whichever one gets more clicks wins. It's data-driven decision-making in its purest form.
But here's a surprising fact. Even though A/B testing is so powerful, a study found that a majority of marketers, a full 60%, don't actually validate their test results to make sure they're statistically significant. And what that means is, there's a huge opportunity for the marketers who do it right to get a serious edge.
And you know, optimization isn't just about button colors. It's about the entire format. Let's take video ads. An in-stream ad is like a classic TV commercial. It plays before or during a video you are already watching. But an outstream ad is totally different. It shows up as its own post in your social feed. In that case, the ad is the content, and marketers have to choose exactly the right format for the right context.
So, there you have it. What starts as a simple request from your browser for a web page instantly kicks off this global, AI-powered auction for your attention, drawing on a super detailed profile of your digital life. It's a system of incredible complexity, hiding right there in plain sight.
And all of this leaves us with one final, really important question to think about. As this ad machine gets even smarter and more predictive, who gets to be in the driver's seat? Should we have more control over our own digital profiles? Or is this just the price we pay for a free and open internet? That's the big conversation we all need to be having.